Good morning. So we are continuing we are starting the new lesson today, that is doping. Doping is that use of certain drugs or medicines by the sports person to enhance their performance. And doping is prohibited. This is illegal in sports. So doping means that is use of the illegal substances or illegal methods to enhance the performance in sports activities. So in this chapter we will study about the concept and classification of doping, prohibited substances and methods, responsibilities of athlete, side effects of prohibited substances, agogenic acts, and doping in sports. Doping control procedures, testing in competition and out of competition. So these points we will discuss in detail. So we are coming to the doping history. During the Olympic game in 3rd century BC, the athletes were trying to increase their sports performances by taking mushroom and opium. Mushrooms we know, and opium, that is uh, used in medicine, but this is a drug or this is a narcotic. People use it as a substance to enhance their performance during the sports activity. This is normal, the medical term, the opium, that we will discuss afterwards, that it is used in medicines like codeine is formed by it, and in Hindi it is known as afim. This is the derivative of opium poppy, the plant. In 1st century AD, the Greek runners used to drink a herbal beverage to increase their strength and be capable to run long distance races. This is the history, that how the doping come into the existence. In modern era, the use of performance enhancing substances and techniques by the top sports person of the world has been a persistent issue in the world of sports. Since a long time, people are using, in modern era, the sports person are caught that they were using the substances which are prohibited in sports, and still we find many sports person which use these drugs, these substances, these methods which are illegal, and they found the doping test positive, and they are punished for it, because now most of the countries, they have the law against the doping, and the sports person who are found positive in doping, they are punished for several years for participating in sports activities, and some of they are punished that they will never participate, they will never play the sports. So the serious law is there, strict law is there, that is, but after that people involved in doping, sports person involved in doping. So we should understand that what is the doping in detail. So this is all about the modern era. Then use of prohibited substances or methods unfairly improve the sporting performance and to gain an advantage over their competitors. So mainly the substances are used by the sport person to enhance their performance and to gain an advantage over their competitors, and that we know this is unfair. According to IOC, doping is the use of any method or substance, that we will discuss what are the method and what are substances in next slides. So doping is the use of any method or substance that might harm the athlete in a quest to gain an unfair advantage over his or her fellow competitors. According to WADA is World Anti-Doping Agency. This is the agency, authority who is responsible to detect the doping. So according to WADA, World Anti-Doping Agency, doping is defined as the occurrence of one or more of the anti-doping rule violations set forth in the Article 2.1 through Article 2.8 of the Code. So that is in Article 2.1 and 2.8, that is mentioned the person cannot use any kind of unfair means to get advantage over their competitors. So what are the anti-doping rules? We should understand anti-doping rules are presence of prohibited substance or methods, means if there is any substance found in the body of the person, or the person is found that he or she is using that illegal or unfair methods to get advantage over their competitors or to improve their sporting performance. Use or attempt to use a prohibited substance or method. Either the person is using or attempting to use, that is also illegal. If the person is trying to use the prohibited substances or methods, that is also considered as doping. The person may be punished for it. Refusing to submit a sample collection after being notified. If the person is refusing for collection of the samples, or he or she is not supporting while the samples are being collected, or the agencies are checking them for doping, so that is also illegal. Failure to file athletes whereabout they are being notified. So, if the in the doping test, or if these rules, following these rules, if the athletes are failing, so that is also considered illegal. Tampering with any part of the doping control process, is working independently. So tampering with any part of the doping control process, that is also illegal. Possession of a prohibited substance or method, that we have discussed. Trafficking a prohibited substance or method, the person cannot purchase, cannot use, or cannot store them, cannot suggest to anyone. So these all things are under the anti-doping, means they are considered as a doping. The doping control agencies are there who notify about the doping. So the agencies are there: WADA, World Anti-Doping Agency. This is worldwide agency which is controlling the doping at the level of the worldwide. Then there are the national anti-doping agencies are there, NADA. In each country they have their national anti-doping agencies, that is named as NADA. So they are responsible to control doping at national level. They are responsible to guide their athletes, their sports person, that do not use the methods or substances to improve their performances. The above agencies can check any sports person anytime, anywhere for doping without prior notice. So these are the agencies which have right to check any sports person if they have any doubt, if any sports person is suspected to use of any substance or method. So these agencies can check the sports person anytime, anywhere without any prior notice. So this is these are the doping controlling agencies. We can see the World Anti-Doping Agency, their logo, WADA. So World Anti-Doping Agency is working at the world level. This is the logo, say no to doping. Classification of doping. Doping is classified in two groups. First one, performance enhancing substances, and second is physical method. In first one, performance enhancing substances, in which some of the substances are used by the athlete or sports person to enhance their performance. So performance enhancing substances means those substances which are used by the sports person, they are in the form of drugs, they are in the form of medicines, they are in the form of drinks, They are any form. They are in the form of any form, but when they are using any substance to enhance their performance, so that is known as performance enhancing substances. Clear? We will discuss detail how many performance enhancing substances are there which are used by the sports person. In detail we will discuss afterward. Physical methods. These are the methods which are used by the sports person physically. This is like blood doping, gene doping are the common methods which are used by the sports person to enhance their performance. So the physical methods enhancing their performance and substances, performance enhancing substances. So two groups are there in the doping. The classification of doping, two ways it is classified. So first we will discuss about the performance enhancing substances. So performance enhancing substances, first one is stimulant. First is, that is, substance is stimulant. By the name we can understand stimulant. It stimulates the body functions. So stimulants are, what are the stimulants? Stimulants are drugs that enhance alertness and physical activity by increasing heart rate and breathing rate and the functions of the brain. They stimulate the body physically and mentally. Clear? Stimulants are the drugs. So how the stimulants work? Stimulants are, one example I can give you, that normally we use coffee, caffeine. Coffee, it contains caffeine. So when we feel lethargic, either we go for tea or either we go for coffee. So after taking the tea and coffee, we feel little alert. Slightly alertness in the body we feel. And in the same way, these substances are known as stimulant, and these stimulants makes our body alert. By they affect directly to our central nervous system, and they makes the person alert by increasing heart rate increased, breathing rate slightly increased, and the function of brain is slightly stimulated. So these are also illegal, unfair means. These are in the sports, these are considered unfair means, and these are illegal in sports. The effect of the example we will see, cocaine is the example. Cocaine, it is taken by injection and it quickly makes our mind alert. Ephedrine, it is nasal spray, or ephedrine is also a component of maximum cough syrups. Reduced feeling of fatigue. And adrenaline is taken orally. Amphetamines are also taken orally. And adrenaline and amphetamines are also used while the nasal congestion is there, cold we have during the cold. So these makes us more aggressive. These are taken orally. They makes the person more aggressive. Hence, they increase the blood flow and heart rates. So the examples are there of the stimulants, and some more examples are there: methamphetamine, caffeine, tannin. So these are the example of the stimulants. Whatever the stimulants are considered illegal, these are cocaine, ephedrine, adrenal, and amphetamines. So these are the examples for the stimulant. We will discuss about the side effects separately for each substance, that what are their side effects. Right now we are discussing about their role. Next is anabolic steroids. Anabolic steroids, these are the kind of steroids, they stimulate the growth of the muscles and help athletes to train harder and recover rapidly. By boosting the muscle power and strength, they enhance the performance. The anabolic steroids are mostly used by the sports person to build up their body, to build up larger muscle size. Most of the sports person use the anabolic steroid for bodybuilding, for making their muscles powerful and strong, by increasing the shape and size of the muscle. So anabolic steroids are used to build the muscle. They increase the cross-sectional area, CSA. They increase the cross-sectional area of the muscle, and which results the muscles increase in size and strength of the power of the muscle increased. Therefore, so mostly the bodybuilders and the strength activities, the sports person used anabolic steroids. The example of certain anabolic steroids are there: drostanolone. This is taken by injection, intramuscular injection, and muscle growth and muscle power. The effect is they increase the muscles power and muscles growth rapidly. Metanolone, this is taken orally. This also increase the muscle size. Oxandrolone, this is used orally, and it also helps in the rapid recovery of the muscle. There are various brands, various kind of anabolic steroids are available in the market. Most of these are very harmful for the body, because one thing I want to tell you, that is, when we are using these kind of substances to increase the muscle size, the body does not support it, because body organs like heart, lungs, and other organs of the body which fulfill the demand of the muscles are not made for the larger size of the muscle. The rest of the body structure of the body organs are naturally according to the natural muscle size. So when these muscles are grown, when we build these muscles, so the demand of these muscles are not fulfilled by the rest of the body functions or physiology of the body. So in older age they create the problems. Older age, in the younger age we can take sufficient amount of nutrients to fulfill the demand of these muscles, but in older age the digestive system also does not allow to eat more. So that time that is very difficult to fulfill the demand of this muscle group, and these muscle groups create problem. Sometimes cancer also. So anabolic steroids are very harmful as their result in the muscle growth and muscle size is very good, but later on they are very harmful for the health, and they can create various serious problems to the health. So this is all about the anabolic steroids. These are used for the growth of the muscle, building the body, building the muscle, getting extra power and strength of the muscle. And the examples we have given here: drostanolone, metanolone, oxandrolone. So these two, metanolone and oxandrolone, are taken orally, and drostanolone are taken intramuscular by injection. See there, the muscles growth by the this type of the muscles growth are by the anabolic steroids. The exercise also can help us to build this type of, give the muscle shape, but we should always go for the exercise, not for these kind of substances which can later harm our body. So next we will come to the another the performance enhancing substance. So this is all about for the today's video, and rest of the substances and rest of the methods we will discuss in the next video.